What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys a full reptile room tour of all my reptiles. I say this almost in every single reptile video, reptile collection, or tour, whatever. I don't make a lot of these because not a lot of things change, but I've gotten some new stuff. The room's changed a little bit, so I feel like it's time to make another video. So, let's get right into it. Alright guys, we're going to start off with my leopard geckos. I have two of them. They're on this little rack right here. First, this is my first reptile. His name is Leonidas. He's a male. He's really old. I got him when he was an adult. So he's probably about 8, 7 years old. Around there. I got him when he was about 4, I believe. I've had him for a long time. But he's pretty much got like probably the blandest setup that I have. It looks like round SpongeBob. I don't know, but yeah, it's on reptile carpet. It's got some hides or a couple rocks and a water dish. He's in a 10-gallon. I'm gonna move him. Thinking about moving him, but I just don't have space for the tank that I want to put him in. But we'll see how that goes. So nothing too special with him. I mean, the coolest feature is that he has a regrown tail. So yeah, that's his regrown tail. If you've never seen a leopard gecko with a regrown tail, there you go. I don't know how he lost his tail. I got him with that, so that's a question that I want answered too. But that's about it for him. I'll put his hide back after the video. Next, we have White Lightning. He is another leopard gecko, but he's much smaller and much younger, and he's got a pretty cool morph. This is actually my favorite morph, which is a Max Snow. So yeah, he's probably my best feeder out of all my reptiles. He eats everything in sight. If you just put your finger out, he'll chase it around like he's doing right now. But yeah, he's hyper. He's always out. I see him in his hides, but not as much. But he's an awesome little guy. Yeah, he's also in a 10-gallon with reptile carpet. Just some smaller hides because, he's a smaller dude. They're both on heat lamps, so no heat pads here. Sorry about that. If you guys wanted me to put them on heat pads, I don't have them in heat pads, so what are you going to do about it? Anyway, next reptile is my ball python. My ball python is also an adult. She's a female. Let me take her out. She's a very nice little girl. One of my favorites. She's actually one of my nicest reptiles. I can trust her with just about anybody. Let's put her out of her hide. Now, she is very small for an adult. I'm guessing she was probably a very small egg. Yeah, she's quite small for a female. But hey, I love her just the way she is. Isn't that right? Her name's Peyton, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys already. But back then, I had this stupid, I had this stupid idea of naming all my pets after what the you're trying to get out. As I was saying, I had this stupid habit of naming my pets after what they are. So since she's a python, I wanted to name her something with the letter P. So there you have it, Peyton the Python. Yeah, great name. I want to change her name, but I've had her for so long, and I just don't want to do it. It's like renaming your kid. You wouldn't want to do that. Next, we have possibly my most prized possession in my entire room. This is Zero, my hognose, western hognose snake. He's a male. Males of this species get really small, so he's going to be in here for his entire life. As you can see, he's not very big, but he did grow since I got him, so that's good. So yeah, this is set up. He has excavator clay right here. This actually used to be in my leopard gecko's tank over here. As you can see, he's being a little pissy boy. Do something. I'll get into that in a second, but I just want to go over his setup. So he's in a Zoomed sliding enclosure, so it does this. Oh, I don't want to knock over anything. So that happens because you don't want a snake getting out, because all I have to do is lift this up, and if you don't have a lock, you're in trouble. So this is a much better way to open your enclosures. So it's by Zoomed, by the way. This is a really awesome brand. So this is excavator clay. It's a little piece that stop. Okay, I'm just not going to move my hand around you because you're a little pissy boy. That actually used to be in my leopard gecko's tank, but I was cleaning it and it broke. and I kind of just wanted to switch my leopard geckos onto carpet because I was just lazy to feed them because they're so tenacious and they want to eat so badly that they end up eating the tongs. So I think it's just better for them to just eat free, like just leave the crickets. I'm all over the place. Leave the crickets inside their enclosures, and they can just run around and chase them because that is what they pretty much want to do. Because they really have horrible aim. Trust me, they'll bite anything but the tong. Anyway, back to the hog. He's got some excavator clay. He's got a mixture of coconut fiber and aspen in there, so he likes it a lot. Right now he was basking, so he wasn't in there, but usually he likes to hang out on the side of the tank right here. He makes a big old burrow under this piece of wood, and a lot of the times I just lift that up and he's hiding under there. So that's pretty much his setup. Now on to him. He is quite the character. Now hognoses, if you guys didn't know, they have probably one of the most creative ways of defending themselves because they have so many defense mechanisms. They've figured out a way to play dead, to get people and other animals to not eat them. So that's one thing. They'll play dead, but that's their last resort. That's not the first thing they're going to do. As you've seen already, he does hiss a lot, but that's all just for show. That's the first thing they do. And then they'll start puffing their necks and all that stuff to make themselves look bigger like a cobra. Let's see if we can piss him off. Oh, God. Let's see if we can piss him off. He's already pissed. Hey, boy. Good boy. But yeah, once you start holding them, they'll just calm down. As you can see, he's still flaring his neck. But once you start holding him, he just gives up. Like, alright, I surrender. Yeah, I said, you surrender. But yeah. And believe it or not, these guys are so tame. Like, these rank in one of the most snakes least likely to bite, which is super ironic because they do tend to strike a lot, but that's, again, all just for show. So, if you see a hognose striking at you, it's actually not even opening its mouth. But in another cool fact is the reason why they're called hognoses. They've got a little upturned scale there that they use to dig, which is why I have him in an enclosure that he can dig in. So yeah, he's probably one of my favorites. I love him a lot. He's awesome. Next reptile we have is my African fat-tailed gecko. Now, African fat-tailed geckos are very, very similar to leopard geckos, but they do like it a little more humid, and they love to dig a lot more. And these guys are from Africa, so they're going to be brown and stuff. They're a lot... Oh, where are you going? They're a lot more tame than a leopard gecko would be, but I'm pretty sure there's some really, really tame leopard geckos out there. But this is pretty much a basic example of a wild type. They've got some cool morphs just like leopard geckos do, but not to the same extent. And that's pretty much why they call them fat-tailed geckos, because they've got a fat tail, pretty much it. But yeah, she's really, really tame. Her name's Coco, by the way. Coco, like the cocoa beans. It's a very creative name. Yeah, that's Coco. And I have her in another 10-gallon, just like my leopard geckos, just with coconut fiber and a bunch of wood and stuff everywhere. She's got a big old water dish. I gotta clean that out. And she likes to dig a lot, like under this piece of wood, just like my hognose. She did dig a lot of burrows and stuff, but I'm not gonna show them because it's gonna be really hard to get in there. I'll try. Yeah, my camera is not gonna fit in there, but as you can see, she likes to be in there. Mostly because I just dropped her on top of that anyway. But yeah, that's my African fat tail. She eats just what a leopard gecko would. Crickets, mealworms, waxworms, all that fun stuff. So yeah, if you guys are looking into African fat tails, I highly suggest it. Because I think that they're a little better than leopard geckos, to be honest. So yeah, and on to my next reptile, which is going to be up here. This is the home to my new addition. My new addition, if you guys haven't seen my last video, is a Kenyan sand boa. And that Kenyan sand boa is very, very small, which is why I'm keeping it inside this enclosure. Because she's very small and I don't really have like a little 5-gallon enclosure for her. And I don't want to lose it inside its enclosure. So it's going to be in here for a while until it gets big enough. And it's on aspen right now. I want to put it on sand because My original plan was to put it on sand because sand holds in heat a lot better with a heat bulb, because if you really think about it, in the wild, they don't really get their heat from the bottom. They go there to get cool. They go there to cool down. So I think it's a lot more, natural to have overhead heat, and they go under things or go to the other side of their tank to get cooler. And many people have kept theirs that way, and I think it's an alright way to do it. But another alternative is heat mats and aspen, whatever you guys want. It is your pet. You can take care of it the way you want it. But then again, there is many, many ways to take care of an animal. So, yeah, if you guys don't mind me, I'm going to go looking for my boa. So here we have my little Kenyan sand boa. Really fun fact about this one. Her name's Tula, by the way. I believe she's a female because she was the biggest one in the litter. But I don't know yet. So, yeah, this is Tula. She's a little Kenyan sand boa, and she was actually the only normal colored boa in her litter because the rest of them were aneries. So if you guys don't know what aneries are, basically all of that orange you see is white, and they lack the pigment of, orange and stuff. And another awesome thing about boas in general, most boas in general, there are some exceptions, is that they are live-bearing animals, meaning that they don't lay eggs. They actually give birth just like a mammal would, like a human or something. So that's awesome. I think that's really cool, and you can see her coming back inside of her aspen. That's awesome. That's probably the coolest thing about them, just watching them just go back into their sand or whatever you have them in. Go on. Yeah, she's awesome. I've always wanted a sand boa. I was actually thinking about getting a sand boa before I thought about getting a hog. But I saw hogs, and I was like, you know what? Screw sand boas. They can wait. I'm going to get myself a hog nose. But here we go. I have my own sand boa. So, yeah, I think they're awesome snakes. What about you guys? Now, on to the other part of the reptile room. We have my arboreal animals. Basically, just a bunch of geckos. Now, the first one we have here is Geo, my day gecko. He's probably got the most personality of any of my reptiles, and he's one of my favorites, even though he tries to kill me every time I put my hand inside his tank. But hey, he's a gecko, I'm a guy, you do you. Actually all three of these guys, they're all in Exoterras, 12 by 12 by 18s, same dimensions as that over there, but Exoterra, so they got 2 doors instead of 1, which I think is a lot better, especially when you have idiots like this that always want to kill someone. He's murdered 5 people, and he's devoured 17 souls. Yeah, that's Geo. He's already going for the camera. I'm going to close that. But anyway, these guys, they're a lot like crested geckos, but the only difference is they need UVB, which is a pain in the butt, because I don't want to be spending like $20 on a bulb every couple of weeks, because it's the stupidest thing ever. They run out of UVB nutrients or whatever after maybe 3-4 months, so you gotta switch that out every 3 to 4 months, which is a pain. So yeah, I'm gonna try to open this again so I can show you guys his crib. So we've got some eco earth here with poop, very nice poop there. Got some logs and stuff to climb on, some plants, and a bamboo stick. It's not real bamboo. Sorry, dude. Yeah, fake bamboo. And this is for when I feed them. My crested geckos and my day gecko all feed on the same thing, which is a mix between day gecko diet, which is this stuff. It's basically Rapashi, but like a lot better. I think this is better than Pangea, because it's basically the same thing as Pangea, but it just says day gecko food. It's got the same stuff that Pangea would have in there. And my geckos like it a lot more than Pangea, so I think that's pretty cool. But that's what all my animals eat. They eat this stuff with a little mix of calcium powder, and the crested geckos get a mix, just a little bit of crested gecko diet. But to be honest, it's all the same stuff. They're really healthy. They love it. So my next reptile is going to be right in here. It's a big old male crested gecko, and I'm going to go find him. Oh wait, no, I see him right here. Right here, this is Ty, my big male. And I actually know what morph he is. He is a Harlequin pinstripe. I'm not going to take him out because he is in shed. Oh my god, he looks so beautiful in the camera, but in real life, he's really dull. But anyway, he's in shed right now. And he's in a pretty tough spot to get him at, but you guys can see him pretty well. You loop around. That's him right there. He loves being vertical. I need to add some more things into his enclosure, but he seems to be pretty happy. And again, he feeds on the mix that I told you guys, my day gecko feeds. So yeah, I gotta clean this entire part of my room. It's very dirty. I haven't cleaned it in a while. My next reptile is another crested gecko, and his name is Goldfish. Both of my crested geckos are males, by the way. They both have hemipenes. And his name is Goldfish. I believe he's a yellow creamsicle. Not too sure. He's just all gold, I guess. He's an all white, or not all white, all yellow. Where is he? Oh no, I think he's inside his little cork hide. Man, it's like he knows that I'm making a video. He's always out. He's always on this part of his wall. Either here or hanging up here. But no, when he sees me pull out the camera, he's like, nope, I'm going into my cork hide. How do you feel now? Huh? But yeah, that's Goldfish. He's a really cool gecko. He's got a bendy tail. I think it's from the place I got him from. It's not a good place, to be honest. I'm not going to say the name. I don't want to get killed for copyright or whatever. I don't know. There's some weird YouTube rules around there. But let's just say I got him from a breeder that's not very good. And he had that bendy tail syndrome stuff going on. But he's cool. He's good now. He eats well, moves well. He's just got a little broken tail. And that seems to trigger a lot of people. That he has a broken tail. So, yeah, that's Goldfish. Man, I wish he was out. He's got some really cool colors. But yeah, I kind of had to ransack his enclosure, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that is my arboreal region. And last but not least, we have my bearded dragon. Alright guys, it seems like most of the animals that are usually out just want to go hide. So I don't know, it's my luck, to be honest. So yeah, this is my bearded dragon Kaiju. She is, I believe, a tangerine, het translucent. She's got an entire pedigree and everything, which I think is pretty radical. But yeah, this is Kaiju. She's just a normal bearded dragon. Well, not normal, like color-wise, but she's cool. I feed her a mixture of collard greens, carrots, sometimes apple, not too much, but that's basically her main salad diet, and the rest is just crickets. Dusted crickets and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna try to take her out, but if I take out this hide, it's gonna mess up the entire, stick system I have here. But a really cool, fun fact, I guess. She likes to escape, and she escapes through here. Pretty sure. She jumps out of here because there's, holes that she can just grab onto, and she just escapes from there. And it's really stupid because, like, you'd expect an animal, they escape, and they just want to go. They want to go away. But no, this is where she goes every single time. She hangs out right here on the reptile carpet, right there, every single time. The only time she hasn't done that, she was under here, which is not much of a difference. So, yeah, great job, Kaiju. You're such an escape artist. But yeah, the first time she got out, I was freaking out. I actually ransacked my entire room here, thinking that she was going to be gone. But no, she was actually just under that, like, under this reptile carpet right here. Which I thought was just crazy, because I actually got my dogs to find her, which is where we found her. Because I kind of trained my dogs to find lost reptiles. Because back then, my snakes got out all the time. I used to have a giant corn snake, which used to live in this big tank here. Yeah, she broke her lid and got out a lot of times. So I eventually just started training my dogs to find things, which has saved my butt a couple times, but they're not always reliable. So yeah, I'm gonna put his thing back. Move along, my guy. Come on, dude. Oh, sorry about that. Move that way. Good boy. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire reptile. Oh, dude, no. Oh my god. He's screwing everything up for me. He's bamboozling me, man. Gotta stop doing that. So yeah, this is gonna conclude my reptile room tour. I hope you guys had fun watching me talk about a bunch of lizards and snakes in a room. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. Everybody who comments, everybody who likes, I want to thank you all, because you guys are the real MVPs. But yeah, it's gonna wrap it up for this video. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked it, and I hope that I brought something cool into your life, you know? Because it's not every day you watch a YouTube video of some weirdo showing you all of his reptiles. Because not many people have a lot of reptiles in their room. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm not really good at making outros, so yeah. Bye, guys.